Hi, I'm the Program Coordinator in the Teacher Education Office. Part of my role is in supporting teacher candidates like yourself in making arrangements for the Alternative Field Experience, or AFE. Let's go over some quick steps that will help you get started. First, where should I do my AFE? Next, how do I contact a supervisor? And finally, what goes into my proposal? The Teacher Candidate blog has a section devoted to the AFE and highlights many previous opportunities that teacher candidates have experienced. Your first AFE may be related to your specialty area of study, while you will generally have more flexibility for your second AFE. To determine where you should do your AFE, reflect on your specialty area of study. You may have had experiences that are related and notice that there are things that you'd like to develop about your work in those previous work environments. You may have already set goals about how to connect those past experiences to your specialty area and to teacher education coursework and practicum. You'll also want to think about your interests. You might be passionate about a particular trend in education or about the work that a certain community organization is doing. Making connections to an AFE placement that you're passionate about is a great way to strengthen your teaching portfolio. Finally, you'll want to think about where you'd like to go. Some teacher candidates enjoy experiencing diverse teaching approaches and learning models around the world, while others can benefit from networking with local resource organizations to establish and maintain positive relationships that will be supportive to new classroom teachers. Along these lines, you may also find that you'd gain valuable expertise in a setting outside of a school, or perhaps working alongside an experienced classroom educator would help you best achieve your goals. Once you've identified an option that you're most interested in, you'll need to contact a potential supervisor. The Teacher Candidate blog's AFE section has a page with resources and advice for contacting an AFE. Whether you know the person you'll be contacting already or if you're introducing yourself for the first time, it can be helpful to include these details in a message or phone call. Talk about general information about what the AFE is. You can send a copy of the letter of introduction, which is found on the blog, or you can use some of that same wording in your conversation with the person you're connecting with. Describe a bit about yourself, including your skill set and how your experience would make a great addition to that organization's team. You can also choose to send your supervisor the Teacher Candidate AFE profile, which will outline information about your studies, previous work and practicum experience, and a brief outline of your AFE goals. You can also share experiences of past supervising organizations by sending the link to the news article or Become a Host page on the blog, both of which share comments from supervisors who hosted in previous years. Sometimes it may take a few tries to contact the right person. If you haven't received a response from the organization you've contacted, try calling or sending a follow-up message. Often these relationships can take a bit of time to grow. You can also include the contact information for the Teacher Education Program Coordinator to bridge the connection between your placement and Western's AFE. Now you're ready to create and submit your AFE proposal. On theteachercandidate.com, you'll find a page with important dates, a guide, and a step-by-step process for the proposal. Start by reviewing the AFE proposal and report guide. It includes a rubric to help you structure your document, samples of proposals and reports for the end of your AFE, and a frequently asked questions section specifically related to these AFE documents. Take note of the due dates for each AFE period, especially if you're considering traveling abroad. International AFE due dates are scheduled earlier to provide you sufficient time for preparing your budget, travel documents, and transportation. Following these steps, you can click on the link on the blog to access your AFE proposal. In your document, be sure you clearly outline your objectives and outcomes related to your professional goals and experiences. Once your AFE is finished, you will submit a report reflecting on your learning objectives. For AFE 1 especially, you'll also need to review your specialty course outlines and class notes to draw clear connections between the placement and your specialty area. Approval from the Teacher Education Office typically takes about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the time of year. Over the summer months and during the month of December, this timeline can be a bit longer as specialty coordinators may be off campus, attending conferences, or working on research in the field. Once your AFE is approved, you and your supervisor will receive a confirmation email. You can both stay connected in the weeks leading up to your AFE to coordinate your tasks and general logistics. It's also a great time to share the AFE Handbook. If you still have questions, or if you're worried about not connecting with the organization before the AFE proposal due date, contact the Teacher Education Program Coordinator with details on the steps that you've already taken. Support is always available at any stage of the AFE preparations for both AFE periods. Good luck, and looking forward to hearing about your AFE.